Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. The show is designed to give you solutions to your day-to-day management and leadership problems. It's hosted by Matthew Haddock, a frontline manager and leader with over 25 years of experience. If you're ready, then let's get on with the show.
Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. I do hope you're well, and as ever, getting the results with your team. You know the drill by now. If you like the show, please like it, share it, pass it on to somebody else who might enjoy a bit of work on the leadership and management and a bit of mindset. Today, I'm going to talk around the idea of consistency. Now, consistency is king in everything you do. You know that in your life. If you consistently work out, you'll get fitter. If you consistently read and study, you'll get more clever. If you consistently eat the right things, you'll get to the body composition that you want. And it's the same in leadership. If you are consistent in what you do, day in, day out, you'll get the results that you want. And that's a couple of things that people seem to forget. They all talk about the idea of a quick win, flash in the pan, getting things done. You know, those kind of statements you hear all the time in leadership. But realistically, it's all about consistency in what you do. What does that mean in real terms? It means when you are turning up to work, you are consistently being yourself. Being the person who gets results in the right way. The person who makes sure things happen around them that are done right and are consistently done day in, day out. I've worked for many bosses, and the worst bosses you can have are the ones that you don't know what you're going to get when you walk through the door. The ones that you're not sure if he's going to be in a good mood or a bad mood. Is she going to be around data or feelings? Is that person going to be around what you did yesterday or what you're going to do tomorrow? Those people are so hard to work for because you're burning mental energy trying to figure out what they want when you walk through the door. You don't need that. You need consistency. In fact, you need a bit of boring. Boring and consistent wins every day. When it comes down to your processes, the processes that are consistent, simple, will get results. The ones that are complex and always changing will cause confusion and will drive in mistakes. The same with the equipment you use. The ones that run at a consistent rate, day in, day out, hour by hour, will deliver much better results than the fancy shiny new ones that look great on LinkedIn videos but actually deliver you nothing in real terms. How do you get to that? What's the next step? I think the idea is that you are you go to work and you are consistently doing the right things every day. That means that you show up on time every day. You go to the meetings you say you're going to go to, day in, day out. You are consistently giving the message around how your business or your department can deliver the results that are needed. You're not going to be a flash in the pan. You're not going to be the ones that change direction and flip-flop every 2 minutes. The horror stories I hear about managers trying to chase the trends, trying to be one step ahead of what's going on and failing miserably, disappointing customers, disappointing stakeholders and disappointing their directs and even the people that are above them because you're not being what you need to be. When it comes down to reliability of machinery, if you're an engineering manager, it's about consistently making sure that the engineering function delivers the results, the machines work at the right pace, the breakdowns are minimised as much as you can with a breakdown. If you're working in supply chain, you need to make sure you're delivering what those lines need every day to make sure that they can get the product out of the door. It's about making sure that everything is in its place. If that's the inputs, if that's anything as simple as paper for the printer, the infrastructure, if you're in IT, you're making sure that works. If you're about raw materials, you make sure your raw materials are there on time. That's the boring and consistent bit. It's the bit that you're not going to get the massive praise for. It's the thing that you're not going to get kudos for. You are going to be the unsung hero of every business. And every business I work in, there are people who do this. They're under the radar, but every day they fill the right thing in. They make sure the right equipment's there. They make sure the materials are in there. They make sure the transport's going. The procedures are there. They're the ones that do it. The ones that always make me laugh, and it happens everywhere you work, are the people who get praise for fixing the issues. I can't believe that person, he's done so well, or she's done so great. She's made sure that all those whatevers are done on time. And when you step back, you think, well, actually, it's you who's probably messed that up in the first place. You've not designed it properly. You've allowed stuff to run out, and then you're getting praise for fixing it. It's like an arson setting fire to something and then getting praise for putting it out. You know, hey, think about it. So, when it comes to the idea of a business, every single element of a business is built on consistency. How do you become consistent? I've mentioned it earlier. You become you follow your process, you make sure it's done right, and you take feedback and correct if you need to. The worst thing that people do is miss out on the chance of delivering results by not being consistent. Because short-termism is one thing, populism is one thing, but consistency comes over as boring. And of course, nobody wants to be boring, do they? We don't want to be seen as boring, do we? But if you want to be consistent, you need to deliver the right things at the right time, at the right place. So you've got it right for yourself. That's brilliant. How do you make sure your team are delivering? Well, that's through the structure that is everything that I talk about. It's about structuring one-to-ones. It's about giving people the vision and the goal, what they're meant to do. It's about giving instant feedback when they go off tact. I've been in a lot of organisations by now, and you can sit back in a meeting and you can see the people who are not the ones who are really trying to be consistent. They're the ones that will flip and flop every time. Normally, it's to put them off when they've made mistakes. It's normally when there's a shortfall and they're trying to do the old smoke and mirrors. They'll be consistent in one meeting. We have to follow the process. We have to do this. And then it's about, oh no, we have to get things done. Those are the ones to watch out. But they're not your directs normally. They shouldn't be, because if you're coaching them right, they won't be. But you need to make sure your people are coached in the right way. You're telling them what direction you want them to go in. You're giving them support and feedback around how they get there. You're clearing the path for them to be consistent, and you praise when they deliver. Not a one-off, not a great shift, and it's nice to have great shifts, don't get me wrong, but if the next day is an absolute show, that's no good. You need to have consistency in what you do, and consistency starts with doing the basics right. Back to the basics. Spoke about it in another couple of casts a few months ago, but the idea is make sure your basics are correct. They will help foundations to give you a chance to be consistent, and unfortunately, especially in operations, that's about being boring. Now, I hope this podcast hasn't been too boring. If it has, or if it hasn't, I'd love to hear your feedback at managermattpodcast@gmail.com, or wherever you get this feed from, please put comments in. If you're not getting feedback, it's probably missed me somewhere, so try again. You can get me on LinkedIn. My name is Matthew Haddock. Please come and like me. We'll have a chat on there if you want. I'd be so interested about what your thoughts about consistency is, how it works for you, how it's not worked for you, how have you struggled with it, and how we, as a community of people listening to Manager Matt, can learn from each other and grow. Well, that's it for Manager Matt this week. Thank you again so much for listening, and goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening to this Manager Matt podcast. We hope you found it interesting, helpful and actionable. One last thing, please leave a quick review on iTunes or with your podcast provider, as it helps to spread the word of Manager Matt. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the podcast, and if you did like anything in particular, send an email to managermattpodcast@gmail.com or visit managermatt.co.uk for more content. Feedback is a gift, so let's keep giving. See you next week.